Miley Cyrus had a major wardrobe malfunction during her New Year's Eve performance in Miami. Although she handled the wardrobe fail with the utmost confidence. Just as we entered into 2022 and Miley was ringing in the new year on her NBC special titled Miley's New Year's Eve Party, the 29-year-old singer lost her top during the performance, which caused her to quickly improvise and change up her attire at the last second, all while still performing a rendition of her song Party in the USA. The moment took place right after she had performed her hit song We Can't Stop, and then was transitioning into Party in the USA. As she was strutting around on the stage in a silver outfit, she could be seen at one point holding onto her top as she continued to sing the opening lyrics of the song. She turned her bare back to the cameras and then headed towards the backstage area as her backup singers and band continued playing. During the first chorus of the song Angels Like You, she returned to the stage wearing the red blazer that she had previously worn earlier in the night. Even between her lyrics though, she poked fun at what just went down and said, "Everybody's definitely looking at me now, I'm still in the most clothes that I've ever worn on stage." And she said that all in between the lyrics. I mean, it was really skillful to watch, and to be able to see her recover so fast and then just comment on it immediately, all while being filmed for live television. Once you're live, there's no stopping the performance, so she can fix her wardrobe whenever something like this happens. And it looks like Miley never intended on stopping despite having her top literally not wanting to cooperate with her. Miley ended the evening by saying to the audience, "Thank you so much everybody, thank you. Tonight's show was all about being flexible, rolling with the punches, and making the best out of even the worst circumstances. And that resilience shouldn't end here. Let's bring that into the new year with us. We've all learned how to expect the unexpected, and rather than see it as a problem, let's see it as an opportunity. I wish everyone here in Miami and everyone watching from home a happy and healthy 2022. Thank you for making tonight possible. You were really all that I needed to have the ultimate party." And the New Year's Eve special aired live on NBC and was filmed in Miami, as I mentioned earlier. Cyrus also made sure to mention that the entire crowd in attendance had all been vaccinated, which was a growing concern as we approached New Year's Eve and Omicron cases began to rise, shutting down a lot of events. The special also marked the first time that Carson Daly had not hosted NBC's New Year's Eve coverage since 2004.
After Miley Cyrus was seriously flirty with Pete Davidson on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, some fans are speculating that Miley might have had a real crush on Pete and they might even be seeing each other. Miley and Pete were just on The Tonight Show promoting their upcoming New Year's Eve special on NBC called Miley's New Year's Eve Party, that Pete and Miley will be hosting together. The pair will be live from Miami, Florida from 10:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. hosting the show. The pair spoke about how they've bonded while preparing for the show. Miley even revealed that she took Pete out to a gay bar with her. They also shared that they got matching tattoos the last time they were on SNL together. To remember a sketch they performed, they both got, quote, "We babies" tattooed on them after the show. Miley still has hers on her foot, while Pete got his lasered off. Then things got hot and heavy when Miley sang a cover of Yvonne Fair's It Should Have Been Me, which is about a woman who's sad to see the love of her life marrying someone else. Before Miley started singing the song, she said, quote, "Pete Davidson, this song is for you. When I saw those photos, this is what I played," referencing the photos of Kim with Pete. During her passionate rendition of the song, Miley walked over to Fallon's desk and sat on it while looking into Pete's eyes and draping her legs on his lap. She also took his hat off and put it on herself. At one point in the song, Miley sang, quote, "It should have been me in that Lamborghini leaving that nice restaurant. I want to watch a movie in frickin' Staten Island," clearly referencing Pete's most recent outings with Kim Kardashian. Last month, Kim and Pete were seen in LA driving a Lambo while on a dinner date. The pair have also been seen out in Pete's native Staten Island, and he's been showing Kim some of his favorite spots. Pete avoided addressing his new relationship in a recent interview with Seth Meyers. When asked, Pete said, quote, "It is true, I do have a show on Tubi coming out, The Tubi. A lot of people are shocked that I could get on a show like Tubi, but it's a real thing." Sources have revealed that Kim and Pete are dating, and they've been seen out holding hands on a number of occasions. A source told ET that, quote, "Kim and Pete are dating and having a great time together," adding, quote, "Pete is a romantic and goes out of his way to make Kim feel special. Kim thinks Pete is hysterical and he's constantly making her laugh, but they also have been connecting on a deeper level." While performing at Summerfest in Milwaukee, Miley Cyrus did a number of controversial things on stage, from wearing a Hannah Montana skirt on stage to twerking for the audience. Miley headlined the Milwaukee Summerfest that took place last weekend, and she wowed the crowd with some of her biggest hits from her 15-year career, including tracks from her 2020 album Plastic Hearts, along with covers of songs like Blondie's Heart of Glass and Janis Joplin's Maybe. She also turned some some heads when she started twerking for the crowd while wearing a black miniskirt, which she paired with a pink halter-styled crop top and thigh-high studded black boots. She posted some photos of the moment on her Instagram, captioning it, quote, "full moon," referencing the fact that her booty was out and she was mooning the crowd with her dancing. Shortly after this, Miley decided to take a long pause in between songs. After the pause, she came back on and revealed that she was on the verge of having a panic attack because of the fact that she was performing in front of 20,000 people for the first time in so long. She said to the crowd, quote, "Like everyone else, for the last year and a half I have been locked away and isolating, and it's very stunning to be back in a place that used to feel like second nature. Being on stage used to feel like home, and it doesn't anymore because of how much time I spent at home locked away," adding that she was slightly terrified to be performing that night. This revelation from Miley came weeks after she opened up about rebuilding her life following her house being burnt down in a 2018 wildfire. She spoke about it at the 2021 Bottle Rock Napa Valley Festival on September 4th. She said that a song she was performing relates to changes in her personal life, adding, quote, "Even though sometimes it feels like we have to start from nothing, like with the house fire, and completely rebuild. That fire was almost 3 years ago, and I'm just feeling like I'm starting to find my stability now." She even opened up to the crowd about her love life, revealing, quote, "I had a theory I would die if I didn't have a partner, if I didn't have someone to kiss me every single night. But then this was my purpose," explaining that music is her purpose in life, and it's what kept her strong over COVID.
With the Pentagon confirming reports that US officials had recovered vehicles not of this world, it meant that aliens had finally been confirmed by the government. Although 2020 has already been so wild that no one even flinched upon finding out this news. Miley Cyrus even claims that she was recently chased by an alien. After being about 10 months into this global pandemic, many of us have gone through it with a little sense of reality left intact. So much craziness has been happening every single day that it's almost impossible to believe every piece of news that comes out. Although when the Pentagon released 3 declassified UFO videos that clearly show visitors from another world, it cleared up all of the speculation as to whether or not these tapes were real. Months after this news broke, Miley Cyrus had sat down with Rick Owens to chat about her upcoming Metallica cover album. During that interview though, Cyrus spoke about her interaction with an alien and their spacecraft. The story came out after the conversation had shifted to Area 51, and the question was posed to Owens as to whether or not he believed in extraterrestrial beings. Rick said that he doesn't really believe in aliens, but added that it was a little arrogant to assume that there's nobody else but us. Leading up to the release of this new information about aliens, the hype around our little green friends had never been higher. After Bob Lazar, who worked for S9, did his documentary with Jeremy Corbell called Bob Lazar, Area 51 and Flying Saucers, people everywhere were demanding answers. There were Facebook events created with the express purpose of gathering to storm Area 51. I mean, nothing ever came to fruition and no one actually made it past the front gates, but to appease this growing frustration, we received confirmation that the government had at the very least identified that no one on Earth owned these spacecrafts. During her conversation with Rick, Miley recounted her own run-in with some aliens. Miley said, "I was driving through San Bernardino with my friend and I got chased down by some sort of UFO. I'm pretty sure about what I saw, but I'd also bought weed wax from a guy in a van in front of a taco shop, so it could have been the weed wax. But the best way to describe it is a flying snowplow. It had this big plow in the front of it and it was glowing yellow. I did see it flying and my friend saw it too. There were a couple of other cars on the road and they also stopped to look, so I think what I saw was real." The whole experience left Miley shaken up for 5 days, and according to her, she couldn't even look at the sky the same way because she feared that they might be coming back. When Rick asked her if this meant that she felt threatened by them, Miley responded with, "I didn't feel threatened at all actually, but I did see a being sitting in front of the flying object. It looked at me and we made eye contact, and I think that's what really shook me, looking into the eyes of something that I couldn't quite wrap my head around. But you're so right to say that it's a form of narcissism to think that we're the only things that could be in this vast universe." Rick did a really great job of responding to what Miley was saying as if it was as real as possible. I know because Miley said that it could have been the weed wax, most people would have just shut her down right there. That being said, we can't really do that now because the Pentagon themselves have admitted that aliens are out there. Owen said an experience like that would be very disorientating because it shakes up everything you think you know. It just throws the whole system that we have of order into chaos.
Miley Cyrus is in the news again, but most of the headlines are not about her awesome appearance in a new Black Mirror episode or her upcoming album. Miley Cyrus is in the news again because she's spoken out online after she was grabbed by a random stranger in Barcelona. So apparently it needs to be said that women, even celebrities, are not squeeze toys. Get a Tickle Me Elmo for that. Over the weekend, Miley Cyrus was in Barcelona, Spain with her husband for Primavera Sound Festival. She was promoting her new album She Is Coming and actually ended up performing because Cardi B dropped out. So the grabbing incident. The incident supposedly happened when she and her husband were being escorted out of her hotel to a waiting car by an entire team of security. There's also a video of the exact moment that it happened, and it was posted to a Twitter account. And let me tell you, this is not okay. You can clearly see in the video that the fan fully grabbed her by the head, then the neck, kissed her head, then locked her with his arm and pulled her closer. Miley gets away and rushes to her husband Liam Hemsworth's side, and he puts his arm around her. Did anyone else secretly wish that Liam turned to that guy that grabbed Miley and was just like, "Ree!" Or punched him? Just me? How scary is that though? Miley's husband was right next to her. She was surrounded by security, but somehow this fan still managed to grab her. The video has been seen by close to 1 million people on Twitter. In response to the incident, Miley Cyrus had this to say. She tweeted, "She can be wearing what she wants. She can be a virgin. She can be sleeping with 5 different people. She can be with her husband. She can be with her girlfriend. She can be naked. She can be grabbed without her consent. Hashtag still not asking for it." Preach! Okay? Preach! You said it, boo. At this time, there is no word on who the fan was or whether or not he was arrested for doing this, but my guess is that he got away and will probably never be identified. But shockingly, a lot of people took this opportunity to tell Miley that it was her fault that she got grabbed. I'm sorry, what? It's your fault, Miley. You were standing there in a crop top. You deserve it. Here were some of the responses on Facebook. "You wanted to be sexy. What do you expect?" And, "Well, what do they expect when they dress like whores?" Ew. Just ew. But Miley screenshotted these comments and posted them on her Instagram stories with the hashtag still not asking for it. I mean, come on, do people still think like this? I am shocked to see that some of the people who posted these comments are women. Do you really expect me to believe that if these women were out with their friends and a random man came up to grab one of their friends and make her uncomfortable, they wouldn't be upset about it and get right in the man's face? I'm sorry, but I can't picture a woman letting a man grab another woman in front of them without doing something about it. Yep, still can't picture it. And what's more is, Miley wasn't even wearing a revealing outfit at the time of this incident. She was wearing a t-shirt and jeans. Not that it matters though, even if she was wearing a revealing outfit, that does not give anyone the right to grab her without her consent. The major bummer about being a woman in the entertainment industry is that women are expected to be sexy. They're told to push the limits with their outfits so that they draw in more viewers because, shocker, sexiness sells. But then being sexy gets you all this negative attention too. You can't win. In an interview with Radio 1 Newsbeat, Miley said, "This is the story of females in the music industry. I understand everyone's gone through this, but I do think for females in the industry, it's hard to be taken seriously. People assume that if you're not wearing a bodysuit and singing pop music, why would anyone want to see you?" There were also many people online calling out Miley's security team for not doing a better job of protecting her, which, yeah, I can probably agree with, but at the same time, it was clear that Miley and her team were totally surrounded by fans at the time. It was chaos. This could have definitely turned out a lot worse. What if the fan had a weapon? Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. Miley has a lot of things to look forward to in the coming weeks. Her album, plus her return to acting in Black Mirror, which by the way is supposedly supposed to be really impressive. Haven't seen it, don't spoil it for me. Hopefully this little hiccup doesn't deter her from all the good things in Miley's life.
Once again, Miley came in like a wrecking ball and was photographed kissing another woman only days after her split with husband Liam Hemsworth. Not just any woman though, Brody Jenner's ex-wife. This is some serious tea, you guys. Here's the thing. Anyone who knows me knows that I am obsessed with this girl and have been ever since the Hannah Montana days, but she is killing me with all of this drama. I don't even know how to defend her anymore, and I'm not really happy about it. A lot of went down this past weekend as news articles circled saying that Miley and husband Liam Hemsworth have split after she posted a picture without her wedding ring on. They have been married less than a year and both their reps confirm that they have decided to separate. The two of them got married last December at an intimate ceremony at her home in Tennessee, and only 8 months after tying the knot, the two of them are over. A rep for Miley released a statement to People saying, "Ever evolving, changing as partners and individuals, they have decided this is what's best while they focus on themselves and careers. They still remain dedicated parents to all of their animals they share while lovingly taking this time apart. Please respect their process and privacy." I don't even think Miley respects her own privacy, to be honest. The photo that started the announcement was taken while Miley vacationed with her older sister Brandy and Brody Jenner's ex-wife Caitlyn Carter. They booked a trip to Italy just 1 week after people confirmed Caitlyn split with Brody just after 1 year of marriage. Apparently this is like a thing going on, everyone's just getting divorced. On Friday, Caitlyn posted a selfie of her and Miley on a boat in some sexy swimsuits and captioned it, "Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby." Brody commented on the photo saying, "Hot girl summer," with the flames emoji. I can't tell if he was being sarcastic or was trying to low-key flirt with her and be like, "You look good, girl." It's really just hard to tell. But it was the pictures that surfaced after that actually rocked the boat. Rocked the whole damn ocean, to be honest. It pretty much caused a tsunami. Caitlyn and Miley have been friends for years, but they were looking more than friends after steamy pictures of them making out were posted online. In the set of pictures, you can see them holding hands, putting their arms around each other, cuddling, and full-on making out with each other. The world was shook. Not because Miley's making out with a girl, we've seen that from her before, that's really not surprising at this point, but we were shook because they both split from their husbands and are now just making out on a beach towel in Italy. Like what? But the shade continues, you guys. After the scandal broke the internet, the next day Miley started posting pictures on the Italy mountaintops with quotes about changing, moving forward, and even an iconic caption, "Life's a climb, but the view is great." Only true Hannah Montana fans will get this reference. So, shortly after, Brody posted a picture of him on a mountaintop and captioned it, "Don't let yesterday take up too much of today." Brody's good friend Brandon Lee commented on it saying, "Let's round this scandal out and post a pic of us making out." To which Brody replies, "Watch out, pics of Liam and I holding hands on the beach coming soon." Just when you thought there was no shade left to throw, guess who chimes in? My girl Miley. Miley replies to Brody's comment saying, "Go take a nap in your truck and cool off. Hashtag hot girl summer." Savage. She is an absolute savage. Brody didn't have anything to say after that, and Caitlyn has kept her mouth shut so far. But I'm secretly hoping that changes. I'm just kind of ready to watch all of this play out. No one knows what's really going on with Miley and Caitlyn, if it's just like a flirty friendship, or if they are going to be something more serious. As for Liam and Miley, it's incredibly disappointing seeing as the two of them have had an on and off relationship for the past 10 years. I was really rooting for them. I thought this was going to be it, but I was very much wrong.